Hello friends, myself Dr. Gayatri Harshe, working as professor in the Department of Medicine in Prakash Institute of Medical Sciences. I would be talking to you about the infectious diseases for your certificate course in infectious diseases. Why do we study infectious diseases? Because as we are witnessing corona epidemic or pandemic so to say, it is very essential for us to know and update our knowledge in infectious diseases. So let us come to the point. What is this infectious disease? It is occurrence of an illness due to invasion or contact with microbes. The disease can spread to the community as against single infection which would not spread to the community. Now this occurrence of the disease will depend not only on the agent which infects like malarial parasite, but also it depends on the host factors like whether he is immunocompromised or not, and of course environment. The global burden of disease states that these infective diseases contribute in top 10 contribution to premature deaths worldwide. So we need to update our knowledge. Especially in last 3 decades, the world has been threatened by occurrence of an unexpected outbreak or pandemic. For example, swine flu, Ebola, Japanese encephalitis, Zika virus infections we have witnessed in past 10-15 years. Current pandemic of corona of course is threatening and we are learning from that. WHO, that is World Health Organization, has laid a lot of emphasis on these emerging diseases which are proving potential cause of mortality and morbidity. The field of infectious diseases is undergoing an extraordinary expansion of knowledge with dramatic advances in diagnosis and therapy. For example, we did not know RT-PCR till corona came into the picture. It is challenging for the clinicians today to learn newer infectious diseases, their epidemiology, clinical scenario, and the newer treatment modalities. As we are witnessing corona pandemic, we have experienced confusion and fear among ourselves in last 10 months regarding this new virus. Therefore, it becomes essential for the medical fraternity to come together along with public health experts and learn to treat the disease, but also learn to prevent the disease from occurring. Now, if I want to ask you what is infectious disease, it is nothing but disturbance in the state of health due to infectious agent. There are microbes which enter into the body of the host. Either they gain access by contamination, or they adhere to the host, or they replicate in the host, they invade the tissues of the host, or they produce toxins in the host body which will cause harmful effects to the host. What are the infectious agents? They are bacteria, as we all know, viruses, of course coronavirus, example, fungi like candida, parasites like tapeworm, protozoa like amoeba, rickettsia like ticks typhus, prions like kuru, and chlamydia. Now, when infection agent enters to the body of the host, it produces many changes. But our host is also armed with host response, which is initially leukocytes, thereafter the immunity, which is generated by the lymphocytes, T cells or the B cells. That we will cover it later when we study each infectious disease singularly. Now some infectious disease terms we got to understand. So what is an outbreak? It is a limited spread of a disease in an endemic area, so to say. Let us say that the malaria is endemic in Mumbai. Not so maybe in Dhule. So if in Dhule you get 2 or 3 cases, then we say it's an outbreak of malaria. What is endemic? That means the infection is present with steady prevalence. What is epidemic? A disease that affects large number of people in the community over a specific period of time. And of course, pandemic, it is an epidemic that is spread across many countries and many populations across the globe. There are also some terminologies which are epidemiological in origin, which we ought to know. That is incidence of the disease. That means number of new cases diagnosed in a population. Prevalence of the disease, that is number of current cases. Now, current cases means new cases as well as the older cases in a specific population over a specific period of time. Attack rate, total number of new cases as compared to total population exposed. And fatality, of course, number of deaths. Now, how do we diagnose infectious disease? Of course, most important is clinical knowledge. If you know the measles rash, one can diagnose it within no time. If one is asking history of travel to endemic areas, one can diagnose it could be malarial fever. Second, of course, is laboratory support. Then we have a radiological assistance, as we have seen. In HRCT is a very, very diagnostic in corona infections nowadays. Treatment part, we have to establish the diagnosis and we have to give the perfect treatment modality like antibacterial or antifungal agents in those infections, supportive care, and of course prevention of the spread of the disease, which is not common in other diseases, and vaccination. Now in this course we are going to have 12 modules, roughly 72 lectures. Each lecture will have MCQs which will be posted according to timetable. A clinician will receive certificate after successful completion of the course. So friends, let us meet on the first session, that is module 1, next time. Thank you very much.